Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may be seated. I now call on Mr. Kanyile, our council chairperson, to constitute the congregation.
Thank you, Program Director. By virtue of the powers vested in me as Council Chairperson of Lovedale Tvet College, and according to the Continued Education and Training Act 16 of 2006 as amended, and in accordance with the statute of the Lovedale Tvet College, I hereby declare this congregation duly constituted.
Thank you, Chairperson. To open our ceremony, we now sing the famous South African hymn, Liza Lisidinga Lakho, composed by our very own Tio Soga. We are proud to say that Mr. Tio Soga is a revered Lovedale alumnus. We now ask the choir to open our graduation ceremony with his historic hymn, Thank You to the Choir. And after the choir has rendered this session, or this song, Mr. George, would you please come up to say a word of prayer? Thank you. Over to you, choir.
Shall we bow our heads and pray? Father, thank you for the wide open door to always come before you at any time of the day, to receive mercy and find grace to help us in the time of need. Father, we receive your presence amongst us this morning that is full of joy and gladness. Fill our hearts with your love and kindness as we proceed with this ceremony. Father, bless every speaker, every graduate, every performance, and everything that must take place today in this occasion. Even them who were supposed to be here today but could not because of various circumstances and misfortunes, we say, give them your own peace that will vindicate them. We ask all these in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you to Mr. Masonabe George for that wonderful prayer. We may be seated. Now, to officially begin our ceremony, I'm honored to invite Mr. Isaac Mbengo, the acting principal and head of Lovedale Tvet College, to deliver the welcoming address. Mr. Mbengo, please come up to the podium. Thank you.
Molweni, good morning. Today, the 14th of August, 2024, I'm honored to welcome you in this graduation ceremony of Lovedale Tvet College. I'm welcoming you, our honored guest speaker, Dr. Mtutuzeli Swart, who is also our council member. I'm welcoming you, council chairperson, Mr. Stembiso Kanyile. I'm also welcoming you, Ms. Yagela, one of our council members as well, and other council members who have just joined. Our representatives from the Department of Higher Education and Training, and also our representative of the student SRC, our labor partners. I'm also welcoming you, the senior management team of Lovedale Tvet College, members of campus management, including HODs, program managers, the college academic staff, and also the college support staff. Furthermore, I'm also welcoming those of us that are actually joining us on the social media platforms. Our ceremony celebrates our graduates and their parents, family and friends. We deliver a special welcome to you, as this day is all about your achievement. As you step into the future, remember that as you step to the future, your potential is limitless. As it is limitless, it's important that we encourage you, the entire congregation, and those watching from our social media, to enjoy the ceremony and to feel welcome. Today, indeed, is not the day of the speeches, but it is the day that you are welcoming you and you want you to celebrate with us. As I'm welcoming you, I want you to note this quote from John Maxwell when he says, I quote, "I think many people believe the best way they can help others is to criticize them, to give them the benefit of their wisdom. I disagree. The best way to help people is to see the best in them." I close quote. As you are coming in here and you are preparing to enter the world of work, just understand one thing. You must see the best in each one of you so that collectively you can contribute progressively to the economy of this country. By those words, you are all welcome. Thank you.
Azatyhafe zazandla. I did say that we are here to celebrate, and it? Alala? Alala? Thank you. We are here to celebrate. Sanogodola up. Next, we now call upon the Student Representative Council, which is the SRC. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Nontsikelelo Faleni. She comes up to deliver a graduation address on behalf of the graduating class. Can we give her a round of applause, please?
Fellow graduates, House of Lovedale, family and friends. Today marks a significant milestone in our lives. We've worked hard to reach this moment, and we should be incredibly proud of ourselves. As we stand here, we are not the same individuals who first stepped onto this campus. We've grown, learned, and evolved. We've faced challenges, overcome obstacles, and discovered our strengths. Remember the late night study sessions, the early morning coffee runs, and the countless hours spent on projects and papers. It was all worth it. As we move forward, we take with us the knowledge, skills, and experiences gained here. We take with us the friendship, mentorship, and memories that will last a lifetime. But most importantly, we take with us the power to create positive change in the world. We have the power to make a difference, to chase our dreams, and to pursue our passions. So go out there and be bold, be fearless, be innovative, be kind, be compassionate, be the leaders, thinkers, and doers the world needs. Remember, graduation is not the end, it's just the beginning. Congratulations.
Hallelujah. Just for control. Thank you so much to the SRC for those kind words. I think now we will call upon Dr. Morris Tenderere to introduce the guest speaker. And I think after him, the guest speaker will just come up. I do want to say, people who are graduating, the guest speaker is here for you. Please take as much as you can. Funga. Because the words are prepared for you as you go out into the world of work. Thank you. Doc, over to you to introduce the guest speaker.
Thank you, Program Director. It is my honor and profound pleasure to introduce to you our guest speaker of the day, Dr. Mtutuzeli Swartz. Our guest speaker is a highly accomplished professional with over 27 years of experience in executive management. He holds a Bachelor's of Administration, honors from University of Fort Hare, an MBA in International Marketing, obtained from De Montfort University, a doctorate in Management of Innovation and Technology, obtained from Da Vinci Business School. We are extremely proud to mention that Dr. Swartz is an alumnus of Lovedale Tvet College. His academic journey began at Lovedale Tvet in Zwelicha campus, formerly known as Zweletemba Technical College. The first qualification that Dr. Swartz ever obtained was an NTC3 certificate in motor mechanics in 1981. With this newly acquired skill set, he went on to become one of the most senior managers at Border K Technical Center. There he was able to contribute to the valuable training and skilling of artisans in the Eastern Cape. Dr. Swart's contribution to education did not end there. In 1997, during his part-time lecturer at Border Technikon, he pioneered the introduction of the Public Management and Administration course. As an accomplished academic, he developed the curriculum and learning material of the Public Management course. He went on to become a part-time lecturer at the University of Western Cape School of Government, and he was a visiting lecturer at the University of Cape Town. His passion for skills and education is evident. Currently, he is a director of skills development company, Emmy Academy, based in East London, in the Eastern Cape. Emmy Academy is engaged in capacity building training for civil society organizations involved in the fight against TB, HIV, and AIDS. Furthermore, his company was contracted in 2020 by the Department of Basic Education to train senior management teams and school governing bodies across 8 provinces. This project covered 120 secondary schools and 330 primary schools in 12 sub-districts per province. Dr. Swartz has a full circle. He began his studies at Lovedale, and with his life's work dedicated to education, curriculum, skills development and training, it is fitting that this accomplished PhD holder now also holds a position in the Lovedale Tvet College Council. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to present to you our guest speaker of the day, Dr. Mtutuzeli Swartz.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. It is indeed a great honor and a privilege for me to be able to stand before you this morning and to share a few words on this important occasion. I first want to just welcome. First, I must thank the introductions that were made and the opportunity that I have been granted to be able to participate in this event. I want to acknowledge amongst us all of the guests, especially the parents, and most importantly, the people who have made us to be here today, the graduating class of 2024. And I'm sure the parents that are here are very proud to be present here today on this occasion. So I want to start by saying well done to the class of 2024. Today is not my graduation, so I would have loved to speak about my journey from Evoko to where I am today. But it is not my graduation, and therefore I will not really go there. Save to say, nothing is impossible if you set your mind to it. For me, it is indeed an incredible honor to stand before you today as a member of this council, of this esteemed institution. I want to begin by acknowledging the work that you have done and the significant milestone that you have taken. It is not easy. The journey you have been traveling was indeed a very arduous one. And this honor and these certificates are not just being handed over to you. You've worked very hard to be where you are today. You know, as I was listening to the person from the representative of the SRC, I said, no, this one must have had sight of my speech. You know, because he just started taking stuff out of my speech, and I said, hey, I've got to try now and, improvise and, well done. The words, where is she? The words you spoke are very profound. And it just shows one day you're definitely going to become a doctor as well. Yeah. Where do I've prepared a speech, but, I'm thinking to myself, where does one begin when one speaks to students that are graduating in 2024? 2024 is a very difficult time. I look back to the time where I graduated, where I got my NTC3. I knew exactly what was going to happen. I knew that I was going to get a job. It was not a doubt. I knew exactly I had a number of companies to choose from. And so life back then was very different from what it is today. Many of you, your excitement of graduating today is going to be wiped from your faces when you realize that you do not have a job to go to. And therefore, as I was sitting and thinking, I say to myself, what words do I share with my colleagues, with the council, with the graduating class, as well as with the parents, many of whom are going to be paying debts for many years to come, with somebody sitting at home not having a job to go to. And therefore, this is a very difficult time, and I do not think it would be proper for me to really be academic and not speak about the real issues that are confronting everyone, especially the graduating class of 2024. And you are graduating at a time when our country faces many challenges. A time where the economy is facing many challenges. And one then wonders, how are you going to celebrate these 3 years of hard work that you have now achieved? And as I was applying my mind, I then say, probably I should encourage you to be a force for change. And this is not just a saying. It is not a cliche. We need change makers. And I say this equally to myself as a council member and my colleagues. I say it to the educators And I say it especially to you, graduating class. Our world is not the world I grew up in. The opportunities are no longer there the way they were before. And this calls upon every one of us to do things differently. You know, of course, when I did my NTC3 at Zweletemba, we never had a graduation function like this. So there has been serious improvement in terms of that regard. But I think we need even more fundamental change. We had a meeting of the academic board, and in that meeting, a number of questions were raised on both the number of people who were going through, as well as the value of the qualification that you will be given today. And for me, those are the fundamental issues that we should be grappling with on an ongoing basis as the institution and the Department of Higher Education. I believe that people who graduate from these institutions, especially the TVETs and the technicons, we no longer have technicons. We have what? Universities of technology, right? So I firmly believe that graduates from especially these two institutions, which I have mentioned, should be people who have been armed with skills so that they can be able to make immediate impact in society. It is an indictment on the institution if 99% of our graduates go out and stand at the gates of the factories and companies around looking for work. I believe that we should raise the level of our education and our qualification so that people don't just study entrepreneurship, but we have graduates who are able, in their final year of study, already have registered their own companies. So that by the time they graduate, they know exactly what it is that they would be doing. And I think these things are possible. And these things can be done. We've got funding institutions, development funding institutions, and we're lucky to have a person of the caliber of our chair, Mr. Kanyile, who is the chairperson of council. He is a very enterprising individual, and when we were speaking with the academic staff, he made certain undertakings there as well, to say, as this council, we are committed to make a change. We are not going to be satisfied in just having had our names written on the books of this institution, but there's got to be fundamental change that we bring within the institution. And I believe the main focus of that change has got to be in making sure that the graduates who graduate from this institution are able to impact society from day one. And that will not happen on its own. It will take a collaboration of a number of players and a number of partners. And students themselves have got to be part of this collaboration and this initiative. We cannot, you see, when students compete on how radical this class is compared to the class of 2023, and if the class of 2025 the SRC of 2025 will then want to measure their impact on how radical they were compared to the class of 2024, I can tell you now, it is going to be a rush and it is going to be a competition. And instead of that being a rush to the top, it is going to be a race to the bottom. And we cannot afford that. As a community, we cannot afford that. There needs to be a clear partnership between students and the institution to work together, to collaborate in order to bring about meaningful change. And that change is the kind of change that is going to lift the standards of our institutions. It is only then where we can be able to change the trajectory of our economy. We should be fighting the parents, the department, the students, the academics. They should be fighting about how to improve the standards instead of fighting about issues that are not assisting in moving the institution forward. And I've already said entrepreneurship is a very big part of what we need to do. The introduction of technology within our institutions. You know, my son, I was looking around and you look at all these shops in town, you do not find South African black people who are repairing cell phones. And it cannot be difficult to repair a cell phone. It cannot be. So this is why I'm saying one of the things I would want to push for with the academic board and within the institution is the introduction of technology-directed training where we can know that our graduates are able to repair laptops, to repair phones, so that they are able to, with a very small startup, are able to earn a living if they have a certificate. The reality, though, despite all of the difficulties that you are facing as the youth, is that you lack role models. There are no true role models. The social media has had a negative impact that if you are hip and happening and you need to have 1 million followers on Instagram, on TikTok, on whatever social media platform, you must be the weirdest person possible. You must do the most despicable things in order for you to have followers. And I think this is a warped thinking within our society. And the impact of that, what it does is that it then redirects the youth from being able to adopt the admirable and the right moral standards. And I want to say to you, graduating class of 2024, is that you need to be leaders. The country is running short of leaders. The country is running short of role models. You need to lead. And leading starts with you being able to lead yourself. And leading yourself also means that there's going to be a certain level of discipline that you inculcate within yourself. This, the SRC speaker has already said it, this is not your destination. This is the beginning of your journey. You guys need to have a roadmap. you need to know exactly where you're going to. You need to plan your journey. All you only have tools that are going to help you to start this journey. This cannot be the end. These are just tools for you to be able to start, to make a start of what your life is going to become. This is not your life. And therefore, you need to be the role models which you did not have. I know you did not have role models. You did not have the right role models. And therefore, you guys need to be the ones who are going to set the standard in your behavior, in your planning, in reaching goals, in being successful within society. I know some of you are coming from very difficult backgrounds, like most black people are, right? But I am saying you need to be able to pull those who have not had the privilege of being where you are. I don't want to take a long time because as a preacher, I never stop speaking. So I just want to summarize the points that remain. You know, my heart breaks when I see young people being misled. And unfortunately, people we call leaders are indeed not leaders, but misleaders. Right? Their behavior is misleading the youth. And sadly, because they occupy certain positions, the youth think that these are the real things and the right things to do. Right? You've got to dig deep within yourselves. You guys can be better. You guys can be better than what you see around you. And as a nation and as a country, we will never improve until a particular generation makes certain decisions. You know, growing up, I grew up in a very poor household. And I made up my mind from the time I was still in primary school. I said, I will be the best that I can be. And that decision is a decision that has to be made by everyone. Everyone who wants to make change must make those decisions. You know, there are two things I want to say. One is that if you grew up in a poor society, in any family, look at any family's history, you would find that someone, somewhere, made sacrifices in order for that family to change. Somebody has got to make a sacrifice, right? So the same thing applies in every family and every household and every generation. There's got to be people who are going to make those decisions and say, I will not end up where my parents ended up. I will not end up where so-and-so ended up. That decision has got to be taken somewhere by someone. And I am challenging you, class of 2024, is that you guys have got to be the change makers, right? All of the miseducation and the wrong socialization and all of the bad habits that you have seen around and all of the wrong things that you know should not be done, be the one who starts that journey and say, it will start with me, right? And the minute we do that, we will be able to see the kind of changes that we want to be. Be that positive influence, stay true to your values, embrace resilience and perseverance. Because without resilience and perseverance, we are not going to be able to make it to the top. You know, being good and being right and doing the right thing, the strange thing is that You cannot do right without opposition. Do you hear what I'm saying? Whenever you want to do right, there is going to be 1 million people who are going to oppose that. If you are a party person from Thursday to Sunday and you decide this is not right, you will have 1 million people opposing that. Right? So that is where resilience and determination comes in. Sit back, have a plan of your life, have a list of things that you must identify, a list of things that are going to make it difficult for you to achieve whatever it is that you are planning for your life. Right? I always say when I speak to the youth that sometimes we sabotage our own future. Right? And how do we sabotage our future? It is because we do not have a list of things that we take out, things we know are working against us. Right? If your love for fun is working against you, work on it and deal with that. If your partner, your girlfriend, your boyfriend is undermining your future, do something about that. Right? So you've got to have a map. If you do not have a map, there is a saying that says in planning, if you do not have a plan, you are planning to fail. Right? So you must have a plan of your life. Right? And I would want to talk to you some more. And I would ask the principal that those of you who would want to talk to me some more, I know there is somebody there who wants to talk to me again. Even if it's 2 or 3 people, you will get my number. And let me help you and assist you to plan the journey ahead. Right? I would even have a day with the chair and the academic members of staff where we would just have a day where we can talk with those who want to talk so that we can change what's happening around us. I don't want to leave this world the way it is for my children and my grandchildren. And there's got to be change makers. And I think you guys have it in you to become those change makers. All you need is a little help. And I'm saying I am willing with this board and this council to do that for you. God bless you. Thank you.
Halala. Halala. Thank you, Doc, for sharing yourself with us. And then I'm grateful that your address was in English. Dine picture yethu xa usithi xa ndizawukhwelela ungathi khwelele. Thank you, Doc, very much. We now move on to the next item. Sifikile apho besibhalela khona, which is the awarding or conferring of the qualifications to the graduation class kulomcimbi kanye usidibanisa apha. So we ask our choir to render an item as they come up to the stage. The item that they are going to give us today is a hymn, also composed by our alumnus, Umfundisi, Reverend John Knox Bokwe, and the choir will now perform the hymn, Plea for Africa. As they do so, the class of 2023 will get ready to receive their certificates. I think we did go through the process that you guys need to follow. I think let's just wait for our choir. I think choir, let me use my discretion yokuthi after Plea for Africa kanisithi nje kudala sasibambile masikhulule igazi ngoku sikwi grade apha. Thank you. Over to you, choir. Ala. I-great lento. Let me do say, parents, ndlela lesilwa ngayo with our students. Kodwa when we rejoice, zonke izinto zibekwe ecaleni sonwabile ngoku. We fight about homeworks, assignments, marks. Kodwa ke siyavana ngoku, 'cause these ones have passed. We now have come to the moment where we will be awarding the National N6 certificates for the recipients in the category for art and design. Please settle down in the category for art and design, and we call upon Mr. Teminkosi Mangasana, who will be the reader for the names. Let me just take this moment to remind you, as a class of 2023, you bring your name, you hand it over to the reader, you go on to shake the chairperson's hand, and then you pose for a photo, and then go right to the back and then come back to sit down. Thank you. Over to you, Mr. Mangasana.
Unosipho Xolushe has been awarded with an N6 certificate. Uma sonwabe madikane. Ulubabalo Makapu. Okay, sure. Okay, sure. Alpalwan. Avuyiswe Mapitiza. Sorry. On a distinction with painting N4. I'm on a distinction with drawing N4. Ubenolisakhanya Maxangana, abe ne distinction with drawing N4, abe ne distinction with graphic design N4, abe ne distinction with ceramics N5, abe ne distinction with drawing N5, abe ne distinction with graphic design N5. I've been a distinction with drawing N6. I've been a distinction with drawing N6. Sibe nomidlalo imidlalo. Ndikude ne? Sure. Sibe nobalungile mtshali. Hey, land. Sibe no owethu Ntweni. Abe ne distinction kwi graphic N5. Abe ne distinction kwi ceramics N6. Abe ne distinction kwi graphic design N6. Sibe no Andy Mtshembese. Hayi le ntombi. Sibe no sinothando Chisimla. Chimsimla. Unchimsimla ke une distinction kwi ceramics N6. Abe ne distinction kwi drawing N6. Umntana. At the end of our list. Thank you.
Alala. Great lento. This brings us to the end of art and design. We'll now present the national N6 certificates in the category of agricultural studies. For the national N6 certificate in farming management, we will call upon Mr. Luvuyo Ngabelele to read the names of the recipient. Over to you, Mhlekazi.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I will now present the national certificates in farming management. Inacekiso, distinction in data management farming N4. Liyabona Jan. Musa Chubas. Distinctions in the following subjects: data management farming N4, financial management farming N4, data management farming N5, management farming N5, data management N6. Vuyo Mkhumbuzi. Distinctions in the following subjects: data management farming N4, management farming N5, data management farming N6, human resource management farming N6. Sikholiwe Mzimba. Siyabulela Isaac. Distinctions in the following subjects: data management farming N4, financial management farming N4, maintenance management farming N4, management farming N4, data management farming N5, maintenance management farming N5, management farming N5, data management farming N6, human resource management N6. Noma weza thunyiswa. Distinction in the following subject: maintenance management farming N4. Senzo kuhle Mchizana. And that brings us to the end of our farming management N6 certificate. Thank you.
Alala. Alala. Hallelujah. We now move on to the next programs. Thank you very much. We now move on to the next program. We will now present the National N6 Certificate. And Lizoli Bandla. Thank you. We'll now present the National N6 Certificate in the category of Business Studies. To announce the National N6 Certificate in Business Management, we call upon Mr. Mteto Ngam to read out the names. Over to you, Mr. Ngam. Thank you. Can you give him a round of applause as he's coming up?
Molweni. I am now going to present N6 certificates for business management. Sihle Boy obtained a distinction in computer practice N6. Fatiswa Fini. Ayabonga mehlo. Unako Mohammed obtained distinctions to the following subjects: computer practice N4, computer practice N5. Avela Nyengule. Asanda Sikwati. Awonke Tsepu obtained distinctions to the following subjects: computer practice N4, entrepreneurship and business management N5. Kanyesa Tuta obtained distinctions to the following subjects: computer practice N4, entrepreneurship and business management N5. Okay, this is the end of our business management N6.
Alala. Alala. Hallelujah. Andiniboni nigoba ke. Sanbafan. We now move on to the next category to announce the National N6 Certificate in Financial Management. We call upon Mr. Kayale Tunomandla to come and read the names for the National Certificate in Financial Management. Over to you. Can you give him a round of applause, please?
Ngindoba wena mkhulu lindima. Hallelujah. Ufanelwe kaloku hayibo. Nosiphelo Botoman. Ngoyiki. Zinathi Diamond. Thulile December. Sihlele nge-Algoa FM. Sure. Sure. Oyama Dokwana. Mhlambe nobunofaku amifaku into ingawe is Imamlungu kangancane. Indiphile Dolwana with a distinction in computerized financial systems N5. Noluthando Dukashe. Yeah. Sesilindaneni before city shine kancinci. Yeah. Sinalo Xotani with the following distinctions: entrepreneurship and business management N4, financial accounting N4, cost and management accounting N5, entrepreneurship and business management N5, financial accounting N5, cost and management accounting N6. Siyasanga Hlobo with a distinction in financial accounting N4, cost and management accounting N5, financial accounting N5. Sibulele Jim with a distinction in financial accounting N4, cost and management accounting N5, financial accounting N5. Ayabonga Jongidiza. Tombencha Katise. sibambe kancinci. Zolisa Keya with a distinction in entrepreneurship and business management, N4, management communication, N4, cost and management accounting, N5, entrepreneurship and business management, N5, financial accounting, N5, cost and management accounting, N6. Ninjalo. Ninhlaze zezulu. Avela Kwaxa, distinction in cost and management accounting, N5. Elethu Mantye, distinction in cost and management accounting, N5. Sure, Mr. Neto Matsoyana, distinction in entrepreneurship and business management, N4. Azasake Mbeche. Mntana nefans. Abakuzwe kuwe. Zonke moyakhe. Ntombi Zandile Mpela, distinction in cost and management accounting, N5. Nkosazana Mtsewu, Jini Mvumvu, hayi. Bonele Mvumvu. Asonele Nditha. Linati Ngongo, distinction in computerized financial systems, N5, cost and management accounting, N5. Asemahle Nkwentsha, distinction, cost and management accounting, N5. speech sesakho. Ya vuyo lwethu ngwendu. Kanya, Kanta, Ongata, distinction in financial accounting N4, computerized financial systems N5, cost and management accounting N5, entrepreneurship and business management N5, financial accounting N5. Sinhle Qebei. Sivuyisiwe Khululu. Ongeziwe Sam. Zizipho sayithi. Sipho sethu sikade. Nolufefe toyo. Basa chachu. Sibambane nje kancinci. Lilitha Xamisi. Kazalani kodwa. Cost and management accounting N5, entrepreneurship and business management N5, financial accounting N5. Zenande Kongwana. Is that deliverance? Sunday Sosita.
Alala. Alala. Unjena ke hard work. When hard work pays off, it looks like that. Can you maybe just turn down the music a bit? That's when hard work, that's what hard work looks like. These are blood, sweat, and tears, and sleepless nights. They lead to this. We will now call upon our choir to render an item so that we just give our council chairperson some rest, and also nathi sizinike ithuba siphinde sike simamele our choir. I'm very concerned. Andiyazi noba akho mama boyizela kweli cade bangamamela nothing. I didn't test. Didn't test. Kuthe kanti ndihambe wrong. So can we just, as we wait for our choir to get ready, just a fun fact, Lizoli Bandla. Lizoli Bandla. Just a fun fact, our choir, Lizoli Bandla, our choir has won countless awards and trophies. I think abantu abakwaziyo umamela umculo will see or hear ukuthi it's one number one choir. Ayawin, ayidlali. It takes cups and trophies. Over to you, conductor. Thank you very much. Cela simamele. Thank you, conductor. I will say that people are asking for forms to join the choir. No, we'll give you the details. Thank you so much. Alala. Alala. We now move on to the next category, and we call upon Mr. Lihle Tungayezi to read the names for the National N6 Certificate in Human Resources Management. Over to you, Pele.
Thank you so much. Council Chair, we will now. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is not yet my time.
Okay. Let us call back then Mr. Nomandla to come and read the names for the National N6 Certificate in Management Assistant. Please come up, Mhlegazi, once again. Let's give him a round of applause. He needs the power. Let's give him a round of applause, please.
Akhanya Peula. Kamvelihle Pikicha. Miranda Ponga. Zezemihle Bhota. Hi. Sipokuhle boy. Hi. Lundekazi Bhula. Tina Ule. Lisa Chelman. Ya, sibonile. Anathi katikati. Distinctions in computerized, your computer practice N6. By Kambasin. Trainee yetu. Walala Maganyuki. Sandy. Aphendule Komani. Distinctions, information processing, N4. Zimkhitha Qewu. Zola Lamani. Cebisa Magadla. Distinction Computer Practice N5. Aphiwe mali. Indiphile Manenza. Umlani Mangule. Distinction Office Practice N5. Siqasinamelane kancinci lona uye wafona lo-HOD wathi ucela kuchazwe loba uyi-former SRC yalapha. So uMivuyo Mapasa, Distinction Computer Practice N4, Computer Practice N5, Office Practice N5, Computer Practice N6. Mrs. Andiswa Matwala, Distinction Computer Practice N4, Computer Practice N5, Office Practice N6. Sikelelwa mdoda. Computer Practice N4. Ala alko FM ithe cwaka ngo. Zimvo Lisa. Asiphe Mpixose. Agqobile Mpithi. Distinction Computer Practice N5, Computer Practice N4. Khaya lethu Mqutheni. Zinzi Samsizi. Sisi Pongomani, Distinction Office Practice N5. Yeah. Nosipho Ngakabani. Lusanda Umali. Masimdumise Nkwalase. Zinhle Nonkula. Hello, Platje. Sibulele Platje. Othandwa Quphe. Sulusiwe Sambano. Zanele Tonisi. Nobesuthu Veveza.
Allah. We are now Lizoli Bandla. Thank you. We now call upon the last category to announce the National N6 Certificate in Public Management. We call upon Mr. Lishe Tungayezi to come and read the names. Can we give him a round of applause? Isabelle.
Thank you very much, Council Chair. We will now call upon the names of students who completed National N6 in Public Management. Lisa Kutu, Olani Daniso, with a distinction in Public Administration N6. Atandile Diamond, with a distinction in Computer Practice N4. Sinazo Dyanti, Pelisa Feliti, Lwandile Feni, Siphuxolo Gege, Sinovuyo Gobotwana, with a distinction in Computer Practice N4. Nomfanelo Gqibithole, Siphokazi Gqobisa, with the following distinctions: Municipal Administration N5, Public Administration N5, Public Finance N5, Public Administration N6, Public Finance N6, and Public Law N6. Oyisa Kubevu, Eva Alitile. Nomahlubi Henge with the following distinctions: Public Administration N6 and Public Finance N6. Yonela Luce. Gwiba Magaza. Monde Magaza. Zukiswa Vazi. Well done. Antonio Stembeck. Lisa Sindile. Pelisa Matanda. Mama. Izwa amaphica kwama. Ubunja naseklasini ke wena. Ntombi ekhaya Mdudo with the following distinctions: Public Administration N6 and Public Finance N6. Esethu Mkhetshane. Hello, madam. Charity Mkhize with the following distinction: Management Communication N4, Public Administration N6, and Public Finance N6. Anathi Mtengwana. Busisiwe Namba. Lindokuhle Nani. Anda Ncabazi. Oyena Nelson. Bulelwa Mathebe. Anovuyo Maile. Wendi Ngcelwane. Sivenathi Ngcolomba. Nokhona Ngiyo. Andiswa Ngaimbane Mapunye with a distinction in public administration N6. Kholosa Nyamakazi with the following distinctions: Management Communication N4 and Public Finance N6. Vuyiswa Poti. Well done. Lisakhanya Qonqo with the following distinctions: Computer Practice N4 Entrepreneurship and Business Management, N4. Computer Practice, N6. Sisipho Zenani. Thembelihle Yekela. Anelisa Silwana. Yamkela Siokwana. With the following distinctions: Computer Practice, N4. Public Administration, N4. Public Administration, N6. Public Finance, N6. And Public Law, N6. And that brings us to the end of Public Management, N6.
Alala. Alala. Bapasile abantwana. Thank you very much. And class of 2023, Kalin John. Can you go in his hand? Can the rest of the house give a round of applause to the class of 2023? Thank you very much. Umsebenzi onzima leads to that. After hard work comes success. Thank you. We will now call upon our choir once again to render us an item as we move to the Top Achievers Awards, where the highest of the highest or the best of the best will be awarded trophies and certificates because of the hard work that they have put in. Let us give a chance to our choir to render an item as we prepare to award the top achievers. So can we just give them a moment as they are setting up? Another fun fact about this choir, year in and year out, they always carry this graduation ngaphandle kwemikhinqi. Ngesmile, nge-energy. Can we give our choir a round of applause, please? I must not Can you give our choir a round of applause? Over to you, conductor.
Yini
Alala. Alala. Siyabonga. Thank you. Thank you. Lizole ibandla. Lizole ikwayara. We have now come upon the moment where we honor our top achievers. Aba ke ngaba sithi xa sithetha ngabo ngompondo zihlanjiwe. I think you may have heard when names were called, kuthiwe ubani nobani ufumene distinctions ezinga. Such work does not go unnoticed. It is now that time where we will honor such individuals. We'll now call upon the Vice Principal Academics, Mr. Siyabonga Somlotha, to award the top achievers prizes to our students who have shown outstanding performance over their period of study. Mr. Somlotha, over to you, sir. Can you give him a round of applause, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I just wish to say all protocol observed. I must take my opportunity, though, to really congratulate our graduates today who look so beautiful and with all your smiles and the smiles on the faces of the parents as well. Congratulations, you did well. I now am finding myself getting into some little bit of a trouble because there is a particular department here that says, Mr. Somlotha, we had the most distinctions last year, and we now have the most distinctions this year in terms of the top achievers. And there must be some incentives given to us as the department, and that is farming management. I have no response to that, Mr. Makati, at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present the top achiever in each category. The Top Achiever Award is presented to top students in their respective programs who have excelled academically. starting with farming management, we have Mr. Siabulela Jason Isaacs. I see, he's already giving me a list of his distinctions. But firstly, I want to read something brief about him and his journey. Sia has always dreamt of furthering his studies, but always had to put it off due to various complications. Eventually, he registered at Lovedale, and in his grandmother's favorite words, God's timing was perfect. Sia enrolled in farming management, but also became an SRC chairperson. Now, I'm not going to dwell in those extramural activities because we had other things that side, but we are now on core business. With determination, Sia managed to balance his role as SRC chairperson while achieving the top grades in receiving accolades today for those. He attributes his success to God, the guidance and the unwavering support of those around him, including his spiritual father, and lastly, to being fueled by the loss of his grandmother, who was one of his role models. Currently, Sia is undertaking his in-service training with Living Hope, a Christian organization that is in Cape Town, dedicated to community support and the spreading of the gospel. I want now to read his distinctions. He had a distinction in data management farming N4, financial management farming N4, maintenance management farming N4, management farming N4, data management farming N5, maintenance management farming N5, management farming N5, data management farming N6, and human resources management N6. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Siabulela Isaac. Welcome. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, our next top achiever is from financial management. And Mr. Zolisa Kaya is the person. Zolisa enrolled at Lovedale for financial management at the age of 30, wanting to fulfill his long dream of becoming an accountant. He already had a full-time job at the Department of Education at the time. Also, he was concurrently completing another course at a different institution of higher learning. He describes his academic journey as one of, which was not easy, but worthy of every single minute, having acquired additional life skills such as time management. He learned to eliminate procrastination and became a true team player. He sends special thanks to his classmates for their patience and support when he had to miss classes due to work. Zolisa wishes to thank Ms. Kondo, his N5 financial accounting lecturer. He says, I quote, "Her remarkable teaching techniques made it easy for me to understand accounting and its concepts beyond the prescribed textbook. Her commitment and dedication to her work truly is admirable, and I have never met someone who is as patient with her students as she is. So I think that's also another compelling request, Mr. Mbengo, to say that we need to have lecturer awards so that we can also celebrate the lecturers for the work that they do. And I now want to read his distinctions. He had distinctions in entrepreneurship and business management, N4, management communication, N4, cost and management accounting, N5, entrepreneurship and business management, N5, financial accounting, N5, cost and management accounting, N6. I present to you Mr. Zolisa Kea. Thank you. Okay, I'll look at it. How does fucking like address office? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Our last achiever in the N6 business studies is from management assistant, but we will be celebrating this one in their absentia. The name of the candidate is Sive Mehana or Mehana. Siva finds a way to solve her challenges and manage to complete her studies with top results. Siva initially studied sound technology. However, after a while, she wanted to study something completely different and chose management assistant course at Lovedale Tvet College. Driven by her desire to excel, she worked hard, often studying after classes and finding methods that suited her learning style. A notable challenge during her first year was transportation from her rural home, which often led to her being tired and being late for classes. Living on campus the following year alleviated this particular issue. At present, Siva is currently doing her in-service training. While she may not be yet having a standout achievement besides being a top achiever here, she considers this as a big milestone. Siva says, I quote, I drew my inspiration from within, motivating myself to excel and to prove my capabilities, especially after struggling with performance in matric. Now I'll read the distinctions that she achieved in her studies. She achieved distinctions in communication N4, computer practice N4, information processing N4, office practice N4, communications N5, computer practice N5, office practice N5, computer practice N6, and the public relations N5. All right. There is a particular request for somebody to come and take the award on behalf of the candidate. That could be, yes, I think that's a fitting person. Come, Miss Nkosi. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That brings us to the end of the Top Achiever Awards.
Thank you. Masingatyhafi torho. Masingatyhafi. Can we give a warm round of applause to our top achievers? Thank you very much. To conclude our ceremony, I would like to invite Mrs. Phakama Kemele to deliver the vote of thanks. Cela usondele ke mama.
Thank you, Program Director. Honored guests, distinguished faculties, supportive families, and most importantly, our exceptional graduates. It is with great pleasure and a deep sense of gratitude that I stand before you today to offer our heartfelt thanks as we conclude this extraordinary graduation ceremony. Today has been a celebration of hard work, perseverance, and achievement, and we have many to thank for making it all possible. First and foremost, our sincere thanks go to our distinguished guests and speakers. Your words of wisdom and encouragement have been truly inspiring. Your presence here has added an invaluable dimension to our ceremony. And we are grateful for the time and effort you took to share your experiences with us. To our remarkable academic staff, your dedication has been the bedrock of our students' academic journeys. Your passion for teaching, your commitment to excellence, and your unyielding support have guided our graduates through their studies. We deeply appreciate the countless hours you have invested in preparing our students for the future. A special thanks to the families and friends who have supported our graduates every step of the way. Your love, patience, and an encouragement have been crucial in helping them achieve their goals. Today's celebration is a testament to your support, and we share in your pride and joy. To our graduates, congratulations on reaching this incredible milestone. Today is a testament to your dedication and hard work. As you venture into the next chapter of your lives, remember that you carry with you the skills, knowledge, and values instilled in you during your time here. We have no doubt that you will continue to make us proud as you pursue your dreams and contribute to the world. Finally, a big thank you to everyone who contributed to the planning and execution of today's event. Your meticulous efforts and attention to detail have ensured that this ceremony has been a success. We are grateful for your hard work and dedication. As we conclude this wonderful ceremony, let us take a moment to reflect on the achievements of our graduates and to celebrate the bright futures that lie ahead. Thank you all once again for being here and for making this occasion truly special. Thank you.
Thanks to me as well. Thank you. We now come to the end of our session, and I would like to call upon the council chairperson, Mr. Kanyile, to dissolve the congregation. Council chairperson.
Thank you very much, Program Director. We have now come to the conclusion of our proceedings. And by the powers vested in me, I hereby now dissolve this congregation for the awarding of the certificates and the special awards. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. We will call upon now the choir to lead us with the national anthem as we all stand and sing the national anthem. May I just remind us that once the national anthem is done, the procession will leave the stage. All of us remain in will remain standing in the places that we're in until all the academic staff has left the stage and the building. So may I just ask you to stand as we conclude with the national anthem, and just remind you to keep standing until all the academic procession has left. And then once that is done, you may then leave the venue. Over to you, conductor. Please remain standing.